When I browse my social media and YouTube feed, I occasionally see content of people sharing why you should switch to analog hobbies. Sometimes I watch these just to see what people are doing to take back some of their time and efforts from modern digital life. Technology itself is not the issue. The modern platforms are. Many platforms offer limited customization, and if it is offered, a subscription is often tied to it. Being yourself and doing what you love online can be difficult at times, and that is why I'd like to suggest some ideas in hopes that you can further enjoy your time spent on and off screen. I'm only going to suggest ideas that I have personally tried and my experiences with them. This concept is not anything new, but writing the script for this video, along with recording and editing, is part of the ideas I'm going to share. Meow. Writing as a hobby is something I've engaged with on a variable degree. I've written short stories on paper, electronically, which I suggest LibreOffice, it's free and open source, and I've written nonfiction content like zines and video scripts. There are so many ways to express your words. Journaling is something I recently got into in the last 2 months. I used to write in apps on my smartphone, but I would often end up getting bored of it and uninstalling the app only to lose all my entries. That would repeat quite a few times until recently, where I decided to instead get a physical journal and pen, which I have right here. And that made such a huge difference. Now, not only did I have something physical to hold, which greatly pleases my brain, it is very satisfying. I had another surface to apply other creative mediums to. I have sketched into my journal, decorated it with stickers and pictures of symbolism I appreciate. Stars and moons are a big one. Lots of fun. Also shitposts. Doing all these things was more difficult, if not impossible, on the software I was using. I carry these with me all the time now in my backpack, and it brings me far more pleasure than opening an app on my phone. Writing about where I'm going, what I'm doing, what I'd like to be doing, and how I'm feeling. I mean, there is an infinite things to write about. My 2 sketchbooks I bring with me serve different purposes, and also an excuse so I can decorate more books. One of them I use for drawing my friends, and the other for any other subject. I recently went to a vintage store with my partner, and in the back corner they had a lounge area where 2 people were playing Call of Duty Zombies, specifically Origins. Now I of course could have just taken a picture and walked off, but sketching it out brought me a good feeling that I can't really explain. I mean, it felt good and tingly. I liked sharing it with the employees. Actually, I have it. There's a picture of it on my website too, but very clearly visible there. I hope it is, but again, either way, on my website, it definitely made me happier than just taking a picture. And of course, that is not to put down photography. In fact, that is a screen-related activity I'm going to suggest next. However, real quick, I want to talk about zines. Yeah, it just showed up in my YouTube feed, and I like writing stuff, of course, and these take like less than 20 minutes. This is off script. I'm just rambling about this real quick. Yeah, no, they're cute little booklets, little zines, magazines, and you know, it's as simple as just pen and paper. And then I plan on scanning these at my library and then making multiple copies just to spread around. I use construction paper since it's a little bit thicker, makes it feel more official. But yeah, you can write about anything you want. I wrote one about why making a website is cooler than a social media page, and I made one about how to have a cool birthday. Going back to the previously mentioned subject of photography, I'd like to restate this video is not about getting rid of technology as much as possible. It is an important aspect of our modern world. These suggestions I just believe would make you more thankful of your time spent rather than just on social media platforms that really only care about your engagement rather than who you are. Balancing your creating to consuming ratio is a good thing to keep in mind, in my opinion. Photography can be as easy as just taking pictures of what you find beautiful out in the world. I prefer like nature and parks. I like to go to parks and take pictures there, since they're free also, free activity. But with a little more effort. One basic principle I think everyone should know is the rule of thirds. I won't go into too much detail, but it really helps with composition. It is essential to photography. It's like one of the first things you learn. So you can look it up. Very, very easy to understand. The next thing I suggest is editing it. Photoshop and other expensive software is not necessary. Your smartphone's default editing tools in the Gallery app will honestly do just fine. You can crop it, add filters, or if you wish, manually adjust all the lighting and saturation settings to make it truly yours. Basically what I'm getting at is just turning the simple action of taking a picture and turning it into an activity with more thought. I promise it'll bring more pleasure to your brain if you do so. Meow. Cats. I'm going to conclude this video here. I understand it is a very short one and I only shared a few things, but that is also the point. Again, this video was just another thing on my creation to consuming ratio. Making stuff makes me happy. Writing the script for this was a good time spent. Recording and editing are also other things I enjoy, so once I'm done recording this, I'm going to also have a good time editing it and then uploading it. I'm not going to demonize social media, although we know it has many flaws. I just want to share alternatives to hopefully please your brain as much as these please mine. Thank you for watching, and I hope you have a wonderful rest of your day.